What up? This is a very serious video about a very serious match, and it's going to be a very serious review between the #1 ranked player and our Italian friend Turna. So, I do not know the matchup, I don't know anything about this replay. Let's just dive into it. And yes, I'm drinking coffee because it's coffee time. So it looks like this is some Thunder Chaos specialty of James, which he likes to play. Lately, the first turn, of course, the obvious play, it's to summon or set a Sangan now. I think I would like to just set it. Maybe we can bait Metamorphosis, Exiled Force and stuff like that, and we set Regeki Break as well. So, not setting Regeki Break, I mean, that's not bad, because I guess he wants to have a heavy life, but you know, the matchup is unknown. Maybe he has stuff like Donzaluk. So you know, at least in a blind matchup, it's okay to save sets first turn. So we went for the Koichi. Of course, this is a good, and he got Serpent. Now, again, I would go for set the Koichi, set Regeki Break. You know, Regeki Break behind the Koichi is much better than Regeki Break behind Sangan, because we actually want to protect the Koichi against 1000 Eyes. So yeah, here's the 1000 Eyes, and now we are getting, this is the moment, you know, when things get very, very bad for God Control. The first flip is resolving, we have a free beater. Now the question is, do we want to summon Breaker? I think we could summon Breaker, because then we can set Book of Moon behind them. It's good, we protect against Snatch and 1000 Eyes, stuff like that. But this, in the worst case scenario, is Torrential, you know, but we still get to spend our summons. But not using Breaker is fine as well. So he goes with Tribe. So now I think the play, now Breaker, it comes very useful that we saved it. We will out the Tribe. First we go with Breaker. Okay, so he goes with Chaos Sorcerers first. And I think so he wants to save his Breaker again, he will just banish. But you know, I would actually go Breaker, pop, and attack. If everything goes through, we went +1. But if he has Ring or something like that for our Breaker, then we can go with Chaos Sorcerer. And we have Book of Moon behind it. That's solid as well. So now we didn't spend our normal summon this turn, and this heavy set could be, you know, a bit, let's say, risky. If his set is Scapegoats, for example, we are very vulnerable. And you know, we are looking for a reward with this heavy, because we are counting that we will use this Book of Moon in the next turn, and then he will set some more, then we can heavy for some advantage. He goes, yeah, we will use the book. And yeah, so now, you know, this heavy, it really pays off. It actually just went 1 for 1, because he had some chainables. Sangan in graveyard with Call the Hound, that is always a chainable. So let's see. We're still very much ahead, you know. He goes for Morphing Jar, we have to keep that in mind. Yeah, I guess we have to do that, just out his 1000 Eyes. Now let's hope we don't lose to BLS or something like that. So that's interesting. You know, the best value of card distraction is if we wait for Serpent to come to our hand, but I have no idea when that's going to happen. But now, you know, we are at advantage. Maybe the best place to continue pressuring. You can try to summon Breaker, pop, then knock. Or, you know, yeah, knock and then set the Kochi to further advance your gameplay, because resolved Kochis are dangerous as fuck. But no, we still summon Breaker after Noble Mailing. That's not, I mean, that's weird. I mean, Torrential is a problem now, but we didn't get Torrentialed. But you know, definitely if I'm spending Nobleman this turn, this means that I get a free out to sets. I would want to invest my summon into setting the Koichis, not summoning Breaker. And the turn that I'm not using Nobleman, then I would like to spend my normal summon on Breaker and actually pressure, you know. You don't want to spend 2 set outs in the same turn for just 1 set that was already solved by Nobleman. And now, so we went for card destruction, yeah, that's fine. But we also gave an opponent +1. So now he's doing kind of fine. Yeah, now he's doing very fine. Huh. This went south. So he still doesn't have a, like, you know, kill shot. But now we are ultra sad. So we only have 1 BLS left in the deck for our power plays. Setting Night Assailant. So opponent just forgets to use Serpent because he's very excited about his Air Knights or something. Or he's just going for the kill. Okay, so again, we are using Noblemans and not spending the summon on setting monsters, which I think would be... Oh, so I see he did it for the damage. He wants to do the lethal damage. Yeah, in this case it's different, but you know, in normal game states where life points don't matter yet, you don't want to have bitter and knock at the same time. You just want, if you knock, then you spend your summon on the set. It's better that way. But you know, here it paid off. He didn't have any defenses left, so James took game 1. Take game 1. Has taken game 1. Now let's see what kind of side Turna has prepared for this matchup. Maybe we will see mind controls or creature swaps, or we just see this play that loses heart to lots of things. But our hand is very slow. We don't have anything but to Nobleman and pass. This is what I would do. Nobleman and just pass. So now I would try to not Nobleman first, but first try to attack. But you know, the 2 back rows are still kind of worrying me that maybe the set is Morphing Jar. So you can now set some back rows behind, because anyway you will set Book of Moons for sure. You can set Book, maybe you can even set all 3 of them, or you can just knock, but I would definitely want to save this knock for a bit longer. Now we have a beater, let's try to attack, and then just decide how many cards we want to set. So yeah, he sets this, it's fine. They have 3 in hand, we have 3 in hand, this is pretty good. And now, you know, we knock in main phase 2, of course. I'm out of coffee. Of course, breaker. We have to book it. Okay, so yeah, this is set. You see, the worst draws that can happen. We have discard traps with no fodder. We have metamorphosis with no level 1s. But I would just set mirror force now. That's fine. We can try to mirror force. Yeah. Yeah, this is fine. We wait for our cards to assemble because our opponent is not pressuring us. We just wait for a bit. Now we have to use compulsory. He's still just setting to like he doesn't care about heavy, so I'm thinking that this one must be scapegoats. You know, he doesn't care. But I don't think we have many reads because the first one was just ring when we attacked. You know, ring doesn't give away much information, so this could still be goats. And he's just setting 3 now. Now this is interesting. I don't know. We are collecting our Chaos Sorcerers in hand with card destruction, very awkward. We have Fate with no good targets. I guess we can try to add just Book of Moon and, you know, but... Oh, so yeah, in standby phase he uses this. I mean, that's good for us. Now our card destruction is better. But yeah, look at this, another situation where Trap Dash didn't do anything. Yeah, so he decides to just pass. Of course, this is a very valid play. Except we are very much risking it to get 1000 eyes, but so he will get mind crushed. Let's see. Metamorphosis. Now, of course, we will have Fate for knock. And we will also use card destruction. I don't know if before or after. Now let's think about this. If we use it before or after. He knows we have a creature swap. I don't know, maybe it doesn't even matter. Let's just see what happens. We get a knock. And now we don't go for card destruction. Maybe in main phase too, because I think we can still want to draw a Fate. Tsukuyomi. And now we just passed without doing anything. Yeah, I don't think this is correct. I mean, I don't know what he plays, but probably he plays Tsukuyomi. This is a big chance to draw Tsukuyomi, maybe some Trinities, maybe some Protection, maybe Book of Moons. Now we just get run over now, and you know, now we will have to be, so are we forced to use card destruction now, or can we just drink our life points? We'll get dangerously low, but I think I prefer card destruction here than just ringing, because you know, we get 4 new cards. This card is bad anyway now. So okay, this is also valid, yeah, you know, protect ring and then get 3 new cards. Okay, 2 Air Knights. Okay, no, this is very good. With ring set, I don't think we want to activate Charity. We just go for Chaos Sorcerer, set the deco, and pass. Yeah, I don't know. What are you looking for? More protection, I guess. So he will discard maybe Tsukuyomi and Scapegoat. Yeah. So now we just drew an additional book, but we have ring already, so it's good versus snatch. Yeah, another dash shoot that doesn't do anything. Okay, now definitely we are very happy about this book. Oh, look at this! Okay, we get discard fodder and we have Book of Moon to stop Tsukuyomi next turn. We will get our fate back. We have to try, yes. So it goes through. So this card is still looking like Scapegoat. So he doesn't shuffle, so we know that it's not Tsukuyomi that's set. It's something that he top decked, but we are going to spend this summon on setting fate. Yeah, I don't like this. It could even be Mirror Force. Look at this, man. James, yes. No, this was not good. Yeah, if we lose this game, it's because of this. We didn't set fate. We were aggressive for no reason. Now he has to loop. We get awarded with Pot of Grit, which we don't deserve. We have to try to out it with the Koichi or just set fate, I think. We will go for the Koichi now. So this card is still looking like Scapegoats. So what now? We lose. Maybe we would have still lost if we didn't crash into Mirror Force, but maybe our fate would resolve actually, you know. And then if it resolved, then the things would be very much different. So what is this replay? I think it lagged. I will see if I can press pause on recording and then to fast forward, or just our recording is fucked up now. Because the replay isn't working. La 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 la. Yeah, I think this is it. Or I can just tell you a story when we are watching this on fast forward again. Okay, so I can talk about a bit about siding dash shoots against chaos control, like for example Chess does, or not siding them, for example, like I do. You know, siding dash shoot. We saw some very mediocre dash shoots in this match. They didn't do actually a lot. I think it's in very aggressive deck. For example, of course, the best example, if natural main deck aggro deck and siding into Mind Crushes and Kaikos, then the fast tempo that you dictate with, combined with dash shoots and perfect information of your opponent's hand, it's very, 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 very valuable. But in a slow deck, like God Control, you go dash shoot, goes 1-for-1, and then your opponent still does his stuff, you know. He doesn't rely on very quick plays, it's not easily exploited by the information and the one card you traded. I much prefer to have a solid way of actually answering his chaos monsters than using dash shoots and trying to prevent them from ever happening, because I know it's not going to happen because my deck is so slow. So this is the main pros and cons, I would say. But if you have a sideboard that allows you to side outs to Chaos Sorcerer, this is most notably creature swaps and mind controls, and still have place for dash shoots, then by all means you can try siding both. But you know, you will have to find some space in your main deck. For example, if you side dash shoots, I'm sure you will have to side out all of your battle traps. If you do that and your opponent goes for Asura, you will have very much trouble with Asura. I can tell you this from my own experience. This is why when I see Asura, I always keep at least one Saku. I mean, one Saku and of course one Mirror Force that goes with it. So this is the risk you have when you side dash shoots. But the rest of the side, you know, it's the same. Against Chaos that doesn't run Metamorphosis, you side out Book of Moons for swaps, stuff like that. So we can see James' deck does run Metamorphosis. So I don't even know what did Turna side out for these cards. I hope he didn't side out books, because then you just out to lose to Metamorphosis. He looks like he left both Air Knights in. Sometimes you can side out one Air Knight. Of course, I also like Exiled Force against Chaos, because it will help me out sets and Chaos monsters and repurpose my revivals. Ah, fuck it, this replay glitched again. So, I'm sorry, but this looks like about it for this video, because the replay is not working. So, yeah, that's it. Bye for now.